one-time evaluation fee. No monthly payments, no hidden costs. Take Vincent, for example, one of Trade the Pool's swing traders. He's already locked in $23,000 in profits. His top performer, NMAX, he shorted it from April 20th to May 30th and pulled in a $6,777 gain. Trade the Pool is giving swing traders the tools, the time, and the capital to thrive. Scan the QR code and enjoy 10% off. So, Sharif, some good news. Oh boy.
You're logged back in?
We're doing it live.
Oh!
We are doing it live, logged right back in. So the question becomes now, where is the next trade? So, you know what I mean? Just because everything's working again doesn't mean I'm automatically going to punch into a trade. Oh, no. Somebody in the chat was like, oh, I got bored of listening to Obi and Sharif and took a trade and lost on the trade. And I was like, all right, good. Don't take boredom trades. That's a good lesson, right? So I'm not going to take boredom trades. Let's wait for playbook setups to set up, and then we'll take them as well. So Google's still trending to the upside. I got to check what some of these other stocks are doing and get a grasp on some of this market action that's been happening. What's up, Adara?
Hey, just to provide some more context there in that CoStar Group. This name sounded familiar, so I did look into it. It's actually on the NASDAQ, and it's in the S&P 500, so this is by no means a smaller cap stock, just to provide some context. Specifically, market cap of 39, so basically $40 billion here. Float of 417, almost 418 million shares. So by no means a small cap CSGP. In terms of what they do media, but they very specifically are in the media and marketing space for real estate. So they provide information, analytics, and marketing services to the commercial property industry. So very interesting company there, just to provide some context on CSGP because it was spoken about there. Back to you.
All right. So let's take a look at what my friend AMD was doing or is doing right now, and I can show you what I did now because my arrows are there finally. So you can see I was aggressive initially, and today, man, I don't know what was up with me today. I came in swinging. I was like, all right, I'm using B size for every single entry. Boom, boom, boom.
And
a little too aggressive. Okay. But yeah, like I said, when it does come in, not really involved. But as of right now, holding that VWAP area, I think I gotta check on my chart here real quick. Let's just pull up a chart. AMD. Let's throw on some indicators right here. So this was that trend break, absolutely beautiful. So yeah, right now holding underneath VWAP, kind of showing us that sellers might be still in charge. So I do want to get a little bit involved in this one. Let's keep it tight here. And we talk about structures and using structure. So that 179 is pretty far away, about over a point away. But we are making some lower highs underneath VWAP. So let's take a quick stab at this one. I also want to see and check if all my orders and everything are in order and see if everything is working. Oh boy, this what's up with this? Funny enough, AMD is the graphics card in this computer, and one of my hotkeys is the same hotkeys that the AMD panel, the gaming panel, opens up when I go in for the stop, and I always have to kind of come in and be like, all right, well, don't do that. Don't do that. Yeah, don't do that. Okay, cool, perfect, boom, let's go. Let's see if this AMD continues to sell off a little bit. Market at its lows, we did kind of pick up, so buyers have kind of taken up a little bit of the mantle since some of those lows have been printed, but who knows? Sellers could still continue to do exactly what they've been doing all day here on the NASDAQ and the ES and continue to push us a little bit lower. Selling coming in pretty aggressively as well. I do want to take a quick look at some of the largest volume leaders on the day, Sharif.
Yes, sir.
And let's see what's going on. And I'm sure some of those small caps are definitely going to show up. We know how much volume some of those have been doing. SoFi, we talked about this one a little bit earlier. Strong opening drive off of earnings day one. Absolutely aggressive. As of right now, hasn't really done much since we last talked about it. Still consolidating in and around VWAP. All right, so NVIDIA. Okay, these are 1 minute charts. I probably don't want to do that. Yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe.
Yeah,
guess what? We're doing it live now. NVIDIA still to the downside, maybe capitulated here, but not a strong volume signature just yet. But 175 hold, I like that. Let's see if it could go ahead and bring that back to VWAP. What's up, Adara?
I just have a little bit more context here in this China China-US deal. We initially had a nice bump here on that China deal. Now we're back at new low of days. Now it is worth noting that both U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent and U.S. Trade Representative Jamieson Greer are saying that they need to discuss the details of this potential tariff pause with Trump before anything is official. So again, this agreement here is not complete. It is still subject to approval from U.S. President Donald Trump. Though we do have U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent saying that they do understand China's agenda much better. After this talk, it's unclear what exactly that entails. But either way, everyone seems pretty positive about these conversations. Though again, U.S. saying, hey guys, we don't have a deal quite yet. Trump still has to give his all clear. Back to you.
Yeah, sorry about that, Anonymous. He's saying you got wrecked in Archon.
Thank you very much.
You know how these ones work, guys, but be careful with them. Here's NEG, though, man. NEGG just continues to make higher highs and higher lows. I thought we would get at least some resistance here at that $50 area. Now it's 50.50, excuse me, 50.81. And going. This thing is just on that good stuff. And it's not as wide of a spread as it was earlier at the 46, 47s when I was watching this. When it's tightened up a little bit, 30 pennies. Right now, 73 on the bid, 42 on the ask. It's still obviously wide, but it's nice to see it clear that $50 area. The 10 exponential here is at 48.50. So we're about $2 removed away from the 10 exponential. Be on the lookout for this one. If you guys don't mind, NEGG could be one that you look out, because right now, there's really nothing in small cap gapper world that I like anyway. And we'll just have a look here at the side charts. It's really this one that's making higher highs and higher lows. Everything else is having trouble. Archon obviously not in our system, so we'll have to wait on that one. But that also has a topping tilt to 645, and it's about 5.5 right now. SGD's got higher lows. So I did get out of this one. I got out at 55s, so I don't feel too bad because it hasn't been able to clear that level. It's a triple top here, at least since 11:55, so going on now almost 45 minutes of rejections at $1.55. But look at the opposite side of that. This was setting up for a flat top break with an ascending wedge pattern forming with 155 being the top end of that range, and you've got higher lows on two successive troughs. The one that pulls in to the volume weighted average price held up there on a closing basis, and then the one that pulled in to about that 20 EMA. All the while that 155 seller remains there. So, you know, buyers could be accumulating here and then end up blowing them out. So what I'll be doing is looking to pick this up on higher lows. So if my thesis here is an ascending wedge break, at least locally over here, then it probably behooves me to pick this up at a higher level than the double bottom that we have at 138. Now, it's all about being strategic. I'll probably wait it around 142 to 130. You know, I may or may not get the fill. It may make its way down there, it may not. So SGD, let's go back into this one and see if we can post up a trade at that 142 level. Let's go ahead and post there, and I'm gonna wait out 143. Maybe we'll front run it just a little bit and then get maybe more into VWAP if it does keep selling off. So SGD trying to work my way back into this one, but there's really nothing right now, guys, that I like. Repel is trying to make a higher low, but still below VWAP. I'm gonna give this one a chance. It's certainly got to get above 375. There's a quadruple top, essentially from 1210 to 1225 at 375 on our AAPL. Couldn't shake the sellers there, but you do have a higher low. So this area over here came into about 353. This one into about 363. It will have to maintain that higher low, flat top situation for me to get involved. If it makes a lower low below this 355, then the trend is just not there, and I'm seeing what I want. Moreover, it is possibly setting up here for a head and shoulders pattern. Left shoulder ahead, right shoulder forming. You will know if you get a decisive break of that 355, and then you can take the measuring move from the top of the head down to the back, down to the body, and then project that downwards. We've done lessons on that before. If you haven't watched any of those lessons, just type head and shoulders measured move into Google or chat or whatever, and it'll give you a super quick explanation. So I'm keeping my eye on Repel just in case it can take out that 375 seller. Obviously Archon back into $6, but we'll still wait on that one. And then last but not least, I've got a dip trade here on SGD in the low 40s for a possible entry, and then neg 581, rejecting 50 for now, so we'll see if that $50 area ends up being price action resistance on NEGG.
Yeah, for sure. Going back to volume leaders here, Novo Nordisk, still nothing too crazy. Sharif, this one, again, a little bit of a push below multi-year lows. I don't know if you were looking at this one in the morning. Novo Nordisk.
Oh,
right?
yes, I did see that.
We haven't seen these prices since 2022. Talk about people being offside. Sure, a fundamental change due to their, I think something along the lines of pulling the guidance and showing that their GLP-1s are not selling as much. But look at this. Sure, that's a fundamental change all the way down here with strong volume.
Absolutely.
But guess what? Technically speaking, sellers got in charge. Let me draw the line. Sellers were in charge, I guess, right here at 120s.
Right.
So the question becomes, if you're like, okay, fundamentals, I'm getting short down here, you're chasing the move all the way at the lows, whereas sure, there might not have been a strong catalyst here, but the technicals broke right here and told you that, sure, maybe buyers are done buying, and this is just follow through and confirmation. So that's the thing. A lot of what I'm realizing now in my trading is like, do I really want to wait for confirmation? Because confirmation, I honestly am starting to think there is not a lot of edge in waiting for confirmation because everybody's waiting for confirmation. It's so crowded.
Well said.
Right? So you have to step in front of that. You have to be like, so what I'm starting to do is like, I'm starting to get involved with ideas that I like relative to price action and the chart, and then waiting for that confirmation to see if it follows through and then use that as an adding point to the trade.
Interesting.
Right? So I don't know, chime in on this, guys. Do you think that waiting for confirmation?
I got a follow-up question. So if you're getting in ahead of confirmation, obviously you're practicing sound risk management. That goes without saying. You always do. So where would your, so let's take this chart here as a perfect example.
Sure.
So you get in on, where do you get in here, Obe? Are you getting in on the right shoulder?
So maybe, if you want to get in on a shoulder, that's all the way up here at the stop above the high. That's 150 as well. Great confluence, right? But here, I can be like, if you still want to wait for quote unquote confirmation, this is the break of trend. This pop back up and failure to follow through back through, that's your confirmation.
Bang.
Right there. So getting short here, or regardless of getting short or getting long, that is a strong reason to sell.
Well said.
Right? So if you just boil it down to just simple aspects of strong reasons to buy and reasons to sell, regardless of whether you're long or short, that can give you a lot of information and keep you unbiased.
I like it, Obe.
Right? So right here, strong reason to sell, confirmation, we're pulling back all the way into 2022 consolidation lows. Those are at $44, all the way from 146.
Nuts,
right? Currently trading at 53. So a little bit of a practical example right there in front of us on Novo Nordisk. What's up, Adara?
Just want to let you guys know here, we have more commentary coming from the U.S.-China negotiations. As I mentioned earlier, usually we do get some talks after the fact. So we do have U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent saying that, the U.S. is likely to meet with China again in roughly 90 days. He also mentioned here that if Trump does not approve this tariff pause extension that the negotiators work towards, it's very likely that tariffs on Chinese goods would, quote, boomerang back to April 2nd levels or another level that he chooses. To be clear, we had tariffs above 100% on China on Liberation Day, April 2nd. So certainly could be an interesting look here for this market. Again, just to remind you guys, U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent saying that if Trump doesn't approve the terms that the U.S. and China negotiation teams came to, we could have a massive tariff push back to the upside for China. Back to you.
Thank you very much, Sarah.
See, your boy JT's moving on with his life, eh?
Oh boy, you just showed me that. Is it? Oh yeah, he did get he did get divorced, right?
Divorced, and she's already moved on. She's dating. So we're talking about Justin Trudeau, the former Prime Minister of Canada. He's no longer the Prime Minister. He's never want to take pleasure in this. Obviously, he was divorced last year, and she moved on, his wife, pretty quickly.
On to the next.
And now, your boy JT may have also moved on, but with a big name. Does anybody know a name or a person by the name of Katy Perry? Does that ring a bell to you?
Yeah, of course.
Oh no, JT. No, you didn't, JT, not Katy Perry. Oh my God. I don't even know where they were spotted, but this is being reported by CTV News too. So this ain't just Six Buzz here reporting it. I'm happy for the guy. Let the man live. I'm not hating on him.
I thought it was another thing moment. What's that? Recently, the debacle. That they got caught at a concert. That couple.
Goodness.
What's the name of the
astronomer guy?
Astronomer. Yeah, the astronomer employees. And I was like, oh, is he? And I was like, wait, no. Trudeau is divorced.
Suing Coldplay now for
what? Pointing a camera at them?
Damage.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Well, yeah,
right?
exactly. Play stupid games.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
I mean, here's the thing. If you're gonna take the risk, you better get ready to get stopped out.
Oh,
right? If you're gonna take the risk, you have to be like, all right, if I'm gonna get stopped out, I'm getting stopped out. You've taken the trade, accept the results, right?
Yes,
exactly. And you never know. The market's volatile. You never know what'll hit you.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I'm trying to make a pun with one of her songs, but nothing's coming to mind at the moment.
Yeah.
But yes, Taylor Jigger. You're going to have to reach out to Trade Ideas yourself, brother, but double check with them. I'm pretty sure they can make exceptions for that 25% off if you're still looking to do it. Double check with them. Just shoot them an email directly. I think they're pretty responsive, Taylor. So thank you for pointing that out, but just double check with the company. So as I mentioned, guys, I'm back in here to SGD. We're already scalped up a little bit. What I'm trying to pick up is the higher lows, right? So... M Butter 10, attaboy. All right. Hey, Minnesota Trader had the same idea. Bang. All right. I like that. No, I'm not going to read them out, but they're funny. Yeah, I should have been more alive to that, but I'm not that good. Full disclosure. So look, we're long here, SGD again at this level. Anything below my entry there, we'll call it quits. So we already wet the beak a couple of times, layering orders into that 50 penny area. I'm really hoping here, guys, for a flat top break. Okay, hoping is the wrong word. What I'm in this trade for is the higher lows with that flat top. I perceive that flat top to be about $1.55. Whether or not we make lower lows, that's still to be determined. So I kind of misspoke there. I gotta give this to at least $1.37, 36, and here's why I say that. So I perceive the higher low. Come on. I perceive the higher low here on SGD to be these three candles. And the low of those candles is 138, 137. So I gotta give it to prior area low. So this is the area low, higher low, and now we're currently also in a higher low. So if we lose this area, then my trade is wrong because I'm looking for an ascending wedge. It might end up breaking through 155, but not for the reasons that I've articulated. So that's what I'm gonna do. Loses 137, we're gone. Otherwise, we're going to try to hold a piece for that 155 break. Whether or not we get it, we'll see. Wow, Archon. Oh, my goodness. There it goes. Oh, boy. No two bull flags are created equal. Sometimes they'll have 15 minutes worth of consolidation. Sometimes it'll be half a day. The point is to be on the lookout. There goes Archon. Here comes 7. In fact, sorry, 7's already got cleared. I couldn't see it on the white chart. 716 high a day. Now, we got the first bull flag over here at 1155, and there's your consolidation, the flag component, and there's the break above the area high. We can say $6 was the breakout level because we couldn't close anything above 6 until this current candle right now at 1240, and there's 7 again. It's a 716 high. Archon, baby. Let's see if it's open to us to trade right now. No, still blocked here on Archon. Yeah, that's okay, Ob. But we're taking prints on SGD. Look at SGD go. We take out all the prints and into 160, man. I didn't have anything layered above 155 because I'm an idiot. I didn't think that we were going to get the flat top break that quickly. Go, SGD, go. We got it on right here from 43s. It's showing me 55s. Now let's wet the beak here at 55, and then we'll also set up north of 60. Now that we know that the high of the day can get breached, let's post up there and see what we can get. So that's my look there. Anonymous, Archon, no probs, bud. As a trader, I sometimes go with the movers even if it's a junk. Wish this con will make HKD kind of moves in 2022. Those were good days, man. I'll never forget a trader here on the floor, I won't say his name. I mean, he was trying to get permissions from Greg to trade HKD, and it was a $200 spread, and his shutdown is obviously his shutdown, which was not $200 at the time, and obviously he didn't get the authorization to trade HKD. Needless to say, though, he didn't spend that much time on the floor.
Yeah.
He didn't. He was let go.
A little bit of a push. I think it might have been HKD or one of some of the other crazy runners. I remember asking for borrows, and I think it was like $200-something for the borrow. And then Neil and I saw that a few weeks ago or a couple of months ago, where the borrows for what stock was that? Do you remember? Another one that was almost $200 a lot. That's absolutely crazy. But here's the thing, Sharif. When the demand for the shorts is that high, you got to ask yourself, with the way the stock is moving around, can I make $2 per share?
Bang.
Am I looking for more? That's just the cost of business.
That's the cost of business.
So if you trust yourself and you trust the playbook that you have, and you're like, that is more than within range of what the move I'm trying to capture, it's like, sure, $2 per share is the cost. I'm looking for a $5 to $7 move. That's well within range of what I'm trying to do, right? So it's like, sometimes the price of the borrows and even the changing price of the borrows can be a little bit of an indicator. That's why you'll find me always asking, being like, okay, what's the price now for the borrows? What's the price now? I'll ask in the morning, and I'll be like, okay, maybe sometimes I'll ask midday to end of day, seeing how the price has changed, and maybe giving me a little bit of confluence with the trade or the
forming bull flag number 2. As you saw, we had a decent range for the first one. It looked to be basically 6 to the high side and about 5.5 to the low side. I'm taking the mean point there because it did get into 540s. So you had about a 60 to 50 penny worth of range for the flag, and that's on the average. That's not the extreme limits. It was higher than that on the extremes. I'm just taking the average support and resistance during that range. So keep your eye on this one. Archon's all the rave right now. It's up 125%. The volume supports that thesis. 18 million shares in, and this one only just started trading basically bigly here at 12 o'clock. It didn't trade in the pre-market, so we're only about 45 minutes deep with respect to this one. So trade it carefully, guys. Make sure that you're trading it so that you have an account to trade tomorrow. Don't get too crazy in there. All right, guys, tag me if there's anything else here that's moving, because it's a little bit of a light day for these small cap gappers, which is okay. We can trade the light days as well as the good days as well. Sharpen that sword so that when time comes, you're ready to go. What do you got over there, Ob? Any ideas?
Yeah, again, I'm still watching this market, trying to catch a bid, right? Okay. I did get a little short on AMD, getting stopped out as it's just chopping sideways. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna wait around and see what AMD does. But guys, Beta Pro by Global X. So shout out to all the savvy Canadian traders looking to boost their exposure. They can now tap into the NASDAQ 100 and the S&P 500 with Beta Pro 3 times daily leveraged ETFs, featuring built-in FX hedging. This aims to amplify short-term market moves, minimizing the impact of currency swings. Whether you're feeling bullish or bearish, these ETFs are built for active day traders, ready to take on the market. Read the full risk disclosure in the prospectus at betapro.ca before investing. So check out those guys if you guys are interested, for all you savvy Canadian traders. AMD, let's see, VWAP is all the way at 178.79. We're currently trading at 178.15. So a little bit of a downtrend coming in off of VWAP here, a little bit of a push lower. I'm just curious to see whether or not we make it much lower, or do we revert a little bit to VWAP. So again, going to take a little bit of a stab here and maybe giving it a risk to prior structure. and see if that one potentially comes in. Again, not my strongest playbook trade, so I'm not giving it any sort of aggressive sizing, but let's see if that can potentially come in. Again, view up coming in at 178.79. The market is attempting to bounce, but you can see the spider here not really bouncing as nicely. I'm taking a look at this right here. Let's go to the 1 minute chart. You can see relative to VWAP, pretty extended off of VWAP and a bit of a downtrend, making lower highs and lower lows. Sure, day low coming in at 634.69, but still
69?
trading nice.
Excellent.
Still trading within that range of this strong leg that we attempt to push. So it's like, all right, sellers, 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 sellers. Buyers come back in. We attempt a bit of a push. Maybe we revert about 25 to 30% of the action to the downside. Nice. Didn't really get that 50% reversion that I like to look for just yet, but we still haven't violated the day low, right? But if we continue to make lower highs and lower lows, I'm looking for a continuation here on said market. So that's what I'm looking at.
Okay.
Nubian King saying short the pops, OB. Yeah, for sure. I like that. I like that concept, shorting the pops, waiting for some pops to short. That's what I'm waiting for. And it seems like AMD might be doing a little bit of a pop into towards a VWAP as of right now. So continuing to watch that one. Let me know what you guys are trading right now during the midday. It's about 12:51 here, so just past that lunch hour. I know we were going through some of these volume leaders. AMD definitely part of that list, coming in at fifth place. Fifth place in terms of top volume leaders. So currently on the day, it's done about 75 million shares. 57 million is the average 30-day volume, Sharif. And we talked about a little focusing on